Control the data memory. Hello and welcome to Internet Culture. This video covers Unit 2, Quiz 2 in the book that's 1.2 and 1.3, and there's a tiny bit of 1.1.4. Pay attention to the deadlines for the upcoming essay and the quiz deadlines. In the PowerPoint presentation, in 1.1.4, there's a few things that I want you to pay attention to regarding the concept, Fiedler's principles of mediamorphosis. In fact, I want you to watch this video, the first video ever played on MTV, Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Is this mediamorphosis? Did video really kill the radio star? Epic, 2015, by Robin Sloan and Matt Thompson. Great example of mediamorphosis. It's fictional. Some of it is based in the past, some of it is based on speculation in the future. Mediamorphosis, what media survives. Also, think about the taxonomy of technologies of the word. Think about these 4 points, that is, how technology helps us to preserve thought and oral communication outside of a living person. What actions are required to produce and to preserve the communication artifact? Who has access to these skills? How does one move these artifacts? How are the senders and receivers connected? And what are the conditions necessary for retrieval and access to the information in these artifacts? Think about it. Don't forget these 4 points. Think about them over and over again as you look at these examples, especially the examples of ancient Chinese technology, writing technologies. What were the Chinese writing on? How was that media transportable? Who can produce the communication artifact? Who has access to it? Who shares the communication? Also very important is this concept of orality preceding literacy. So first we talk, then we write and read. In the history of how humans use tools, we move from auditory to sight, the visual. We move from listening to seeing, reading. Something else is very important that Ong presents is the separation of the word from the living present. I'm talking to you right now. I recorded this earlier. You're seeing this now. I don't have to be in front of you talking. Watch this video by Michael Wesch, Information Revolution Evolution. The nature of information, the differences between orality and literacy, tradition versus innovation. There's also devices from the middle 19th and 20th century that help to push forward this network, electronic culture. In fact, Ong says that what's happened now, what may be happening, is that we've entered an age of second orality. So it's not just that we require only on our vision now, it's that we require both on our hearing and on our sight for a complete audio-visual experience. New media requires integration of both sight and hearing. Computer world, Craftwork, 1981, communication, time, medicine, entertainment. Computer world starts at 4 minutes and 30 seconds into that particular video. Taxonomy of technologies of the word. Those 4 points over and over again. Beautiful video by Patrick Hughes called Signs. How do we connect to others? How do we maintain these connections over time? What are the conditions necessary for retrieval and access to the information in these artifacts? Are we creating information now that we may not be able to access in a few years? Think about the floppy disk. Think about CDs. How often do you listen to CDs now? Vinyl LPs, 8-track tapes, cassette tapes. What will happen to all this information that we are converting to digital information? We have books. We can hold books in our hand. We can hold paper, right? This stuff we can touch. We can't touch the digital stuff, but we can archive it. We can archive vast amount of information. Stuart Brand worries that we may be setting ourselves up for a digital dark age. That is, how will we access all of this information? How can we be sure? look at his website, longnow.org. He wrote a book called The Clock of Long Now, and it's about preserving our culture, transmitting knowledge to succeeding generations. Very important piece of culture. Remember, check the deadline for the essay. Remember, check the deadline for the quiz. Take these things. Until next week, see you on the internet.